Okay, so number 3 wants to know where a function, this is a function here, between 0 and pi, where is it decreasing? So the first derivative is negative. So the derivative is negative, first derivative, and concave up, second derivative is positive. Now, you could do this problem using the first derivative test, so find the first derivative of h of x, and then using the first derivative test, which involved the number line, and then figure out where it's positive and negative, and then do it with the second derivative. But I think since this question here, since this function here, cosine of 2x, isn't that crazy, I think probably the easiest way would be just to graph it. So, if I plug in 0, cosine of 2 times 0, that's going to be cosine of 0. Well, cosine of 0 is just 1. And then cosine of 4 pi, or pi over 4, times 2, that's really just the cosine of pi over 2, because these guys cancel out. Okay, so cosine of pi over 2 is 0. And then pi over 2, if I do that, it's really just cosine of pi, which is 1. Sorry, negative 1. And then pi over 4, that's really just the cosine of 3 pi over 2, which is 0. And then the last one is just pi, so really you're looking at the cosine of 2 pi, which is 1. So really what that 2 on the inside does is it just speeds up one cycle, because usually one cycle of cosine takes 2 pi, but in this case, since there's a 2, it just speeds it up. So now we're looking for where is it going to be decreasing. Okay, well, decreasing is here. Okay, so that's the only part it's decreasing. And then also concave up. Well, concave up is here. Okay, so where do they overlap? Well, they overlap right here, from pi over 4 to pi over 2, which is letter D.